Morning Memorial. It was great. So I went there yesterday, and I saw some of you guys that came with your parents to pick up your stuff. I love the fifth grade parade. I mean, to see all you guys, saying full of energy, full of joy, and happy because you saw your friends personally. That's so many month, and we were able to see you. We were able to at least say hello, within the distance, but we were able to see that, and believe me, that has no comparison. That's something that I wish I can do every single day, and that's one of the things that I miss the most. But hey, we had to do what we had to do. We need to stay safe. We are together in this, and we want to keep going. For this week reading, I'm going to do some narrative, and I found a book. They had bilingual stories, and this is about the Tooth Fairy story, but this is the Spanish version narrated in English. So I mean that I found the Spanish story, which is El Ratoncito Pérez, narrated in English. So I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to start reading that. It says like this: Pepito Perez was a little town mouse. He lived with his family in a little hall in the wall of the building. The hall was not very big, but it was very comfortable, and there was no lack of food. They lived next to the bakery, and at night, he and his father used to go to take flour and everything they need for eating. One day, Pepito heard a great racket in the top floor, and since he was very curious, Miles, he climbed and climbed up the pipes until he arrived to the first floor. There saw a lot of machines, armatures, flowers, pictures. It seemed as if someone was going to settle there. The next day, Pepito went up again to see what it was, and they discovered something that he likes a lot. In the top floor, they had set up a dental office. Since then, he used to go every day to watch everything that Dr. Jose M. was doing. He watched and learned. He watched again and took notes of everything he could in a small cardboard notebook. You imagine Mao taking notes for in a dentist's office? That's the powerful thing or magic of imagination. After that, he practiced with his family all he knew. He cleaned her teeth very well to his mother. He cured a toothache to her sister with a bit of medicine. And this way helped Pepito become famous. Mice from all parts come to be cured by him. Country mice with a bag full of food for him. Town mice with hat and crane. Small mice, big, fat, thin. All of them wanted that little mouse Perez fix their teeth. But then all mice started to come with a bigger problem. They didn't have the teeth, and they wanted to eat nougat, candy, almonds, walnuts, and all these things they could not eat since they were young. Little Mouse Perez had thought, how could he help those mice who relied on him? And as always, that he has a doubt, he went to the dental office to watch. Then is when he went over that. There he saw how Dr. Jose Maria was putting wonderful teeth to an old man. Those teeth were not of people, they were made in a big factory for the dentist. But those teeth were huge and they were not useful for mice. Then, when Pepito was going to go home without finding the solution, a child entered in the clinic with his mom. The child wanted the doctor to remove him a milk tooth so the big and strong tooth will come up quickly. The doctor removed it and gave him a souvenir. The little mouse Perez found the solution. I would go to the child's home and I would buy him the tooth, he thought. He followed him through all the city, and when he finally arrived to his home, he met a big cat and he could not enter. He waited until everyone was asleep, and then he entered to the child's bedroom. The child had fallen asleep looking and looking into his tooth, and he had put it under his pillow. It took a lot of time to poor little Mouse Perez to find the tooth, but he eventually found it and led the child a nice present. The following morning, the child saw the present and became very happy, and he told it to all his school friends. And from that day, all the children left their milk teeth under the pillow, and the little mouse parents take them and leave them in exchange a nice present. And that's the end of the story. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the story that he used the little tiny mouse for kids into mouses so they can replace them. And then because he is using it really what it's doing is buying the teeth from you. That's the reason you say, well, the tooth fairy is going to come tonight or whenever you lose a teeth and it's going to give me some money. What the tooth fairy is doing is buying the teeth from you, right? You're giving them some, she's giving them some, the tooth fairy is giving you some, and then they use it for something else. That's the story. Or El Ratón Pérez from like I say, it's the Spanish version of the story, but I was able to find it in English, and I thought it was so funny that I wanted to share it with you. Okay, remember, we're in this together. We have to keep going. School year is almost over. We don't know yet what's going to happen next year. Nobody does, but I hope everything is, will be fixed. Everything will be. We're going to find the cure for all this, and we're going to be back in the school, running, not running the hallway, walking the hallways, greeting each other, having lunch together, and have fun at the school with all our friends, our teachers, and everybody that take care of our school. In the meantime, big virtual hug from here, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.